Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Command Point. My name's Ryan. Today I'm here with Shane. Shane, how's it going?
It is going. We are talking about the new box today.
You guys have already seen this everywhere, no doubt. You know what it is Chaos Guard, Phobos, Marines. Shane, what's your first take looking at the box?
My take, personally, is I'm not that interested in this box. I'm not super enthused about it. Well, I mean, what about you?
Those Chaos Guard look really, really cool. I will say that. They look like a very melee focused faction with like a few guys with special weapons. There's a guy with a breacher shield and he's wearing like a gas mask and he's got a sawn off shotgun. He actually reminds me his helmet and like gas mask thing. That reminds me of like an NCR Ranger from Fallout New Vegas. So I
Oh
am
yeah,
I
yeah.
now I know why I'm automatically drawn to this model. Yeah, they look cool
I love the Ogren. I'm a big fan of that.
for sure.
Um, and my other favorite model is the guy with. If you're on the Warhammer community page, if you go to the image with the plasma guy and then the other guy with the knives.
The dude with the meat cleavers, yeah.
Yeah, that guy and the look on his face, just that nasty little grin.
He is a
I think
nasty dude.
he's also one of my favorites in this box. I mean, what a filthy guy. He's got a severed head right next to his own head, hanging from that like little spear.
Yeah, he
What a
is
sicko.
he is definitely forsaken his soul to the dark forces of chaos.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, in general, I think I think it's cool that we're kind of getting some of the Blackstone Fortress stuff back. This is kind of like it's almost Servants of the Abyss. We've got the Traitor Guard and the Ogren, but no Negavolt cultists. Unfortunately, that would have been cool. It's a bit disappointing to me that we're getting what essentially kind of looks um like a chaos themed vet guard when there are other factions still waiting for teams. That's kind of disappointing to me.
Ah, gotcha.
I feel like there are already a lot of teams that remind me of this team that are in the game already. I don't know though. Maybe that's just me. I mean, they're definitely a bit more melee focused just from looking at these options that they can take. Um, I mean, I see a chain sword, I see the cleavers, I see the ogren. I mean, the commissar's got a power fist.
Yeah.
This guy's got some knives. This guy's got like a trench club. Um, it's a lot more CQC
Yeah, for
for
sure.
sure. And then on the other side, we've got the Phobos.
These infiltrators and stuff, they came out not too long ago already. They've kind of been like they've been in the new, I say new, but they've been in the combat patrol box for Space Marines, I believe, like since the jump. Um, and they've been out since 8th edition of these particular units, the Incursors and the Infiltrators. And then we've seen in promo images and stuff that Reavers are also apparently in here. So that's
I
kind of
think
cool. Hopefully they're good because they are terrible everywhere else. um,
it's I would bet that the Reavers aren't even in the box, but you can like play them with the team because we have seen zero pictures of Reavers in any of this stuff other than that one promo image. And the
yeah,
promo image just shows like a normal Reaver, like the Reaver box Reavers. It's nice that we're finally getting Marines as a bespoke, for sure. But I think I speak for a lot of people when I say like I don't know, I was kind of expecting more.
this team could have, I say easily, I don't know what it takes to make a whole new, like, sub faction of models. Okay? But I will say that there were a lot of cool ideas out there that Games Workshop could have implemented to make a really cool Phobos themed kill team. I had
Yeah.
thought initially, like, way back when, that, like, at the start of this edition, that we would wind up getting, like, a Phobos themed team where there would be like, like a couple infiltrators and then like an eliminator and then like some kind of like special sergeant or something. just to make
Oh
like
my
a
god.
really cool squad with like, they're all like different. They have different weapons. There's another YouTuber, Pete the Wargamer, who last time I checked is actually one of our subscribers on YouTube. So shouts out to you, Pete. But he made this absolutely awesome, like basically Phobos centric kill team of Space Marines for last edition. And like I'm looking at his team and I'm like, I want them to just take that and just like run with it, take those influences and have like your sniper guy, your CQC guy, your team leader, your demolition specialist, your medic. Geez, that's 5 models right there. I just listed off. And what we got instead here was a box of 10 infiltrators with an upgrade sprue, and the infiltrators had just come out not that many years ago. Why are we getting an entire new box?
Yeah.
I'm just a little bit underwhelmed by it, and I wish they all didn't like look exactly the same.
I guess the writing was kind of a little bit on the wall with like going all the way back to Chalnath and the Pathfinder team. That team wasn't super different from just the Pathfinder box.
Oh, you're absolutely right.
Um,
Yeah,
and then, I mean, even the Legionnaires are kind of fall into that category too, where it is sort of like, it's just Chaos Marines. But at least I think the Legionnaires had a couple, new things.
yeah,
Whereas this is kind of just like you said. It's just kind of that infiltrator box.
yeah. It's
Um,
like I'm looking at the Warhammer community article right now. Like the medic has a pose that I haven't seen before, but he still has like the Helix Gauntlet, and there's a guy with an Auspex and a servo skull. So I'm assuming he's some kind of like spotter marine or something. Well,
yeah.
there's no eliminator with a sniper rifle, and they would have been perfect. There's every other team has snipers in this game, Shane. There's no sniper on this team.
No, that it is kind of disappointing.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Yeah, and I guess there's one more component to talk about of the Moroch box, which is the terrain. And I mean, we've got this one image
Yeah.
of the terrain
Yeah.
with all the models on the board, and I have so many thoughts about this because I made a whole video talking about terrain and how basically saying that like a lot of the GW terrain that they're releasing with the kill team boxes, like they know what's up. They know how this game's meant to be played. They're releasing terrain that is like thin walls, right? Like L-shaped stuff. We're not seeing big blocky things, and that was one of the main criticisms of the ITC terrain. And how it like problems in the gameplay crop up when you use terrain like that.
Right.
And then we had Nachman, and I was like, we have like the cores and stuff and the silos, and it's a bit weird. It's not quite perfect for this game, but it's close enough. And now we have this, the Moroch train, and I see a big blocky like platform with like a
Yes.
big giant like satellite, and then there's like a building across from it that is just a big rectangle and that you can stand on, and it's like this terrain is gonna people are gonna have problems when they play on it, and there's gonna be weird moments where you're playing on this terrain from the box with a more experienced player, and that experienced player is going to tell you, oh yeah, you can't, you know you're not standing close enough to the edge of this vantage point that you're on, so technically this guy that you can completely see from the head of your model is obscured, and little weird interactions like that.
I will say in the promo image that they have here, um, do not, I repeat, do not set up and build your terrain like this if you
Oh
decide
no.
to purchase this box. The good news is that kind of like the bigger, like I guess, building on the left side of the image,
Mhm.
that's all, I believe it's like all modular.
Okay.
So like you can set up that you can build the fences, in kind of like smaller L shapes. You can have different like wall sections and stuff, just like freestanding if you really wanted to. The way the house is assembled, I think there's like a couple different ways of assembling it. You could also just, I think you can just like make like two L's with it, two L shapes with like the walls and like leave the roof off or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you'll have to leave the roof off. I think if you keep the roof on,
Oh,
it
if
gets
you
kind
keep
of
the
weird.
roof on, I feel like well, you're adding a bit of verticality where otherwise there isn't a lot on here, apart from like that one tower in the middle of the board there, but I don't know. I don't know. Just you do you, I guess.
Yeah.
And then the satellite dish that's on like that landing pad thing or whatever with all the fuel tanks on the sides, the satellite dish, um, I don't think it attaches to it because the bigger like base it's on essentially, can be like its own like landing pad thing. Now that thing is not modular and it is massive. So I would suggest probably like maybe setting that up kind of in like the middle of the board. I don't
Yeah, I
know.
mean it's weird. This is a weird terrain set for this game.
It is. I definitely would recommend probably if you don't already, probably picking up some other terrain to help supplement it and
For
just
sure.
kind of fill out the board. But yeah. Overall, I'm a fan of the Chaos Guard. They look really, really cool. The terrain does look really, really cool. All Kill Team terrain, or not Kill Team, all Games Workshop terrain, I think they do a great job aesthetics wise. Functionally for Kill Team, I'm not 100% sold on it. Um, and then the Infiltrators, the Incursors, the Phobos, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. But, that's what kit bashing is for. I just wish they had unique rules instead of just everybody as a bolter. Doo-doo-doo. We're all the same.
Yeah. And I think the one thing that I want to touch on that made this more disappointing to me in hindsight was that when we watched it on stream, it was immediately followed up
The
after the kill team
squats.
reveal.
Yup.
The Necromunda squats that look
Yeah.
amazing.
I'm pretty sure I said to you on stream, I was like, I think I said, am I
Yeah.
about to just start playing Necromunda and leave Kill Team behind? I felt personally offended. And I
Yeah.
shouldn't. I should not have.
There's not much else to talk about. That's basically our little reaction to Moroch, and of course, once the box is out, which we don't know when it's going to be out, I would imagine probably June, July. Once that box is out, we will have more thorough breakdowns of everything that is in here. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you're listening and you're not subscribed, please consider. And then, as always, shout out to our patrons over at patreon.com/commandpoint. And if you're already subscribed and you're enjoying our content, consider our Patreon. You can support us for $1 a month if you really want, and get some early access to some of our videos. And once again, as always, thank you for listening. This is Shane and Ryan from Command Point, signing out.